Good afternoon. My name is Vonita, and I am giving a presentation. This is the ninth week of my business communication class, and the topic is considering cultures. I worked with a young lady when I was a registrar at Cleveland Clinic. Her name was, I'm going to try to say it properly, Kimrisha, and she was from Africa. She was a very nice young lady. I do believe she was in her late 20s. She was married and the mother of two small children. Again, she was from Africa. Her mannerisms were, I don't know how to really say, she was a little outspoken. I'll say that. A little outspoken. She was slightly louder. She spoke louder than, traditional. Well, maybe not in this day and age because, a lot of, African American younger people speak kind of loud. But she was like a little louder and a little forceful in her speaking, but she was very, very nice. I really liked her, but she had a very strong accent. Her English wasn't that strong at first. So when we were doing registrations for people who were coming in to be admitted into the hospital, it was a little difficult for her. And I could tell because, she was a little uncomfortable speaking to people at first. And I could tell people were a little uncomfortable speaking with her and having her do the registration. So I could tell that she didn't really like people, saying, "Oh, Kimrisha." Well, she liked us to call her Kim. So I'll refer to her as Kim for the rest of this presentation. Kim didn't really like people saying, "Oh, Kim, do it this way, do it that way." She would like to try to, maneuver her way around on her own. I wasn't sure if when she worked in other departments, if people gave her a hard time, if she maybe lost positions because of her uncomfortableness. I'm not really sure, but I tried to be, helpful to her. At first, I could tell that she really didn't trust me. I thought maybe she was thinking that I was trying to be a little underhanded, trying to maybe trip her up and, say, "Oh, Kim's not doing her work properly," and go back to the supervisor and try to say, "Oh, Kim's not doing her work right. We need to get her out of here." But I could tell she really didn't trust me. So I, just quietly, would, try to give her little hints, you might want to do it this way, or, help her out a little without letting everybody see that I was giving her, little hints or little helpful hands. And she noticed that I was doing that as well. So we got to be pretty good friends. And, she would help me out a little bit because back in the day, I wasn't the best eater, not even to say today that I eat very well, but I'm a little better at it. I would always eat, like cookies and french fries and, bad, processed type foods. And she would eat more of the, foods where she would, cook at home because she had the little kids. She was married. So she would cook at home and she ate the healthier whole grain type things. And she would always, get on me, "Vanita, why are you always eating those cookies? Stop eating those cookies and the chips. Stop eating all that stuff. It's not good for you." And the way it sound, people would be like, "Vanita, why you let her talk to you that way?" And I would try to tell the other people, "No, she doesn't, she's not yelling at me. That's just the way she speaks. She's very nice. She's, voicing, she's trying to say that it's not healthy for me to eat that way. She's not yelling at me. She's just, trying to tell me, I shouldn't be eating all that stuff," which is true. I shouldn't have been eating all that junk food. She was very, very sweet. And, we came up with a little system, she and I, because we worked the afternoon shift. So for the first few hours that we were at work, the supervisors and everybody would be there. But after those first few hours, it would just be she and I and a couple other coworkers. So she and I came up with a system. Now, patients would come in. They would have to check in first, and then we do the registration, get all their information, insurance, and then we would, have them sit in the lobby, and then we would check with housekeepers because the rooms wouldn't be ready at first. We would have to check with the housekeepers, get the rooms ready, make sure the room was ready, and then we would send them up to the room. So at first, since she wasn't, really comfortable speaking with people, and she was going through her English classes and trying to get her English together, she would check them in, then I would do the registration, and then we would work together to work with housekeepers and get the rooms together, and then, she would send them up to the room. So, but after a while, she felt more comfortable speaking to the people. Then she would do the registrations. I would check them in. She would do the registrations. And then we would still work together with the housekeepers to get everybody up to the room. So it really worked out well. So after a while, we had a new supervisor who started working with us. I could kind of tell that the supervisor really, I don't know, she really wasn't that nice to Kim. And Kim had went back to Africa for a while to go visit her family. When Kim came back, she had gotten sick, and she got a little dizzy and a little lightheaded one day when she was at the front desk. And instead of the supervisor, being kind to her, she immediately sent her over to the ER to be drug tested, which was, really to me not compassionate, not caring. But come to find out, the ER reported back that Kim had developed some type of infection in her blood. I guess from, I don't know, something she had eaten, or I don't know, something happened over in Africa. And shortly thereafter, Kim passed away. So that was one of the saddest things that I had ever experienced at a job ever, because I had really gotten to be pretty close with Kim. I really liked her. She was a very, very nice, good-hearted person. So, but that was my experience with dealing with someone from another culture. I tried to approach everyone with an open heart. I don't judge. I try to understand people's culture, and to the best of my ability, to the best that they will allow me to. I'm not pushy. I'm not a pushy person at all. If they allow me to get to know them, I try to get to know them. But, if they don't, then I just step back and, do what I need to do and let them do what they need to do. I try to be as good a person as I can. So I hope that was good enough, and that was my presentation for week number 9. Thank you.